From Saturday Night Live to The Tonight Show, Jimmy Fallon has had a very special someone by his side throughout his rise to fame, his wife, Nancy Javonen. She prefers to remain behind the camera, but they've shared a happy marriage for over a decade. Here's everything you need to know. With an estimated net worth of $60 million and 4 Emmys to his name, Jimmy Fallon is one of the most successful late-night talk show hosts of his generation. But he isn't the only big shot in his household. As it turns out, Fallon's wife Nancy Javonen is a Hollywood heavyweight in her own right. Alongside close friend Drew Barrymore, Javonen launched the Flower Films production company back in 1995. The duo's first big-screen project was 1999's Never Been Kissed, and since then they have produced most of Barrymore's movies together, including the Charlie's Angels reboot, 50 First Dates, and Barrymore's Netflix series Santa Clarita Diet. Javonen also has a penchant for reality TV and has helped co-create dating shows, culinary competitions, and more. Jimmy Fallon and Nancy Javonen have enjoyed a long, happy marriage since tying the knot in December 2007, and it turns out they have one Drew Barrymore to thank for that. The couple first met on the set of the 2005 rom-com Fever Pitch, which starred Barrymore and Fallon and was co-produced by Barrymore and Javonen.
She handed me a script called Fever Pitch, where she ended up meeting her husband.
It's unclear exactly when Fallon and Javonen began dating, but by August 2007, Fallon was getting down on one knee to propose to her. The pair got married just 4 months later. Barrymore's connection to the Fallon clan runs deep to this very day, as their kids are now growing up to be friends. When the former child star stopped by The Tonight Show in 2014, the host couldn't resist showing off adorable photos of their children's playdates.
Our babies play with each other as babies.
True.
They're pals.
Fallon found the perfect opportunity to propose to Javonen while vacationing at the bride-to-be's summer home on Lake Winnipesaukee in New Hampshire in August 2007. Fallon recalled the occasion in a 2018 interview with People's Jess Cagle.
I went out to the dock and I said, don't cry. Don't cry when you do it. Let her cry first, because I'm a pretty mushy guy.
But unfortunately, his emotions didn't listen to his mind. He got down on one knee and immediately started weeping, to which Nancy responded with more concern than celebration. As the comedian recalled, she's like, "Are you having a stroke? My face was like I was smelling burnt toast." Luckily, the tears didn't deter his future bride. As he put it, she said yes, and we celebrated, and it was fun. The rest is history. Javonen may have made Fallon weep, but the day was so special, the couple actually commemorated it when their first daughter was born in 2013. Telling the Today Show why they chose the name Winnie Rose, Fallon said, "My wife and I got engaged in New Hampshire at this lake house that her family's had forever, and it's on Lake Winnipesaukee." In July 2013, the Fallons announced that they had become parents to a baby girl. However, the couple's journey to parenthood wasn't without struggle and heartbreak. As Jimmy Fallon told Savannah Guthrie of The Today Show, there was good reason for their secrecy, revealing that he and wife Nancy Javonen welcomed daughter Winnie Rose via surrogate. Fallon said that her birth followed a 5-year fertility struggle. He said on Today, "Anyone who's tried will know. It's just awful. We tried before, we told people, and then it didn't happen. And it's just really depressing. It's really hard on everybody." Fallon said the couple decided to keep their plans quiet as they thought about welcoming a child via surrogate. "We said, we're not going to tell anybody. It'd just be more fun if it's just private between me and my wife, and then we get to introduce her to everybody." Fallon went on to share some encouraging words with anyone going through a similar struggle.
Just hang in there. Try every avenue. Try anything you can do, because you'll get there. You'll end up with a family, and it's so worth it.
In 2014, the Fallons surprised the world yet again when they revealed the birth of their second daughter via surrogate, Frances Cole Fallon, born on the morning of December 3rd. As the world began practicing social distancing in the face of the coronavirus pandemic in March 2020, late-night hosts all tried to find creative ways to stay on the air while their shows were put on indefinite hold. Jimmy Fallon, for one, decided to broadcast right from his lavish house with a little help from his wife. On March 17, 2020, Fallon uploaded his very first episode of The Tonight Show at-home edition to offer what he called some levity in these bizarre times. As he soon told viewers, the St. Patrick's Day episode was being filmed in a room of his house, with his wife stepping in as his temporary production crew.
My camera operator is my wife.
Hi.
Hi, honey. Thank you for doing this.
Without a crowd to feed off of, Fallon had no choice but to try out his latest jokes on his real-life partner. Luckily for the comedian, Javonen proved to be a receptive audience, regularly chuckling at her husband's antics amid equally hilarious interruptions from their daughters and their dog. Given her longtime marriage to Jimmy Fallon, Nancy Javonen is certainly qualified to offer relationship advice. But as her BFF Drew Barrymore has learned, it's quite unforgiving. Speaking with Good Housekeeping in 2016, the actress revealed that her business partner doesn't like to sugarcoat things. Like, ever. As Barrymore recalled of one brutal diagnosis, she's like, "I did notice that there's a common denominator problem in all of your relationships, and I'd like to identify it right now." And I'm like, "What? I've been waiting. Show me the light." She's like, "It's you." Ouch. However, Javonen's advice, as well as her personal mantra, "Happiness is a choice," has changed Barrymore's life for the better. As she told Good Housekeeping, "I first loved Nan because she loved the word happiness so much. But last year, I called her with tears in my eyes, going, 'Nan, I finally figured it out. It's not the word happiness that's so powerful. It's the word choice.'" Given that Nancy Javonen is a successful Hollywood producer, you might expect her to cruise around in a flashy car. But while her ride does turn heads, it's not for the reason you'd think. During a March 2020 episode of The Tonight Show At Home edition, Jimmy Fallon asked his wife to appear in front of the camera for a Q&A session. Playing double duty as a camerawoman with a selfie stick, she was asked by one viewer if she thought her hubby was particularly romantic.
Nancy, is Jimmy a romantic? Please provide examples.
Javonen replied by saying that she thought he was plenty romantic. As just one example of his kindness as a partner, she shared the touching 50th birthday surprise she received from him, which started with 20 cassette tapes of her favorite albums. But that was just part one.
As I ran out to find the boombox to play my cassettes, my brother drove in the VW bus.
With the cassette player in the bus.
With the cassette player in the bus.
Explaining why the Volkswagen bus was so special to her, Javonen said it was the car she first learned how to drive in, and the one she kept on driving all the way through high school and college. And it definitely gets them noticed.
More people stop us for that thing. They don't even care that it's me in the car. Nothing.
No.
Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more Nicki Swift videos about your favorite celebrity families are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.